Hello everyone, and welcome to this Olivie episode about the honest feedback on Stephen Bartlett LinkedIn. I'm Marie, the CEO and founder of Olivie LLC, the #1 LinkedIn marketing agency focusing on personal brands worldwide. We take founders, entrepreneurs, and we create visibility around them on LinkedIn, mainly to create the authority in the field or industry of their choice where they already post content or where they want to be leading. And we use for this LinkedIn because at the end of the day, LinkedIn is the biggest professional database in the world with 1.3 billion users. So you can imagine that big proportion of these can be your potential clients, customers, or even people who can put you on another level, like being speaker on international stages, etc. So if you want to know more, then reach out to us on support@mariolivie.com, connect with me on LinkedIn, and write me in the DMs, and you can also speak with my team. I will send you directly the link and I can tell you the honest feedback on your LinkedIn profile. This is why LinkedIn is so important, and I like to do the profile review of big brands, like being, for example, Stephen Bartlett. To be honest, I am mentioning Stephen Bartlett many times during my workshops around the world when I'm speaking on stages, because it's one of the personal brands that I am actually using as example, and also Stephen is one of my idols when it comes to what he created in business, but also in personal brand. And today I would like to look closer on his LinkedIn profile rather than just mentioning that LinkedIn is one of his favorite platforms among other social media platforms. So we're gonna take a look at it more in details, and mainly Steven is saying that he really likes the paid advertisement on LinkedIn because it can give you really good outreach to the specific people who you look into. So if you are also interested in how to do paid advertising, we can also give you advices in our private founders community, where I teach founders and entrepreneurs how they can actually monetize their LinkedIn and how to drive revenue into their business through their LinkedIn profile. But if you don't want to do it yourself, we can also do it for you. So when I actually go on Steven profile, first thing what completely shocked me is that his company is called Steven.com, because I think in reality that his company is rather Diary of CEO. So until I saw his LinkedIn profile, I didn't know that he has a company called Steven.com. And definitely what I would do is I would put Steven.com here on the right side, because it adds also more credibility. And sometimes people ask me if it doesn't create distractions if you have actually your school and also your work here on the right side. And I rather see it as a mark of credibility, because when you go on my profile, you can see here both that I, for example, attended Royal Holloway as university, and then my company Olivie LLC. So then people can click on it and they are redirected. Here it looks a bit weird because we just see dropout, and of course I understand that he didn't finish his school, but then it would be really good to see here under it Steven.com, so that I can actually see more information. What I usually like to highlight during my speeches and keynotes at the stages, it's actually that Steven has over 3 million followers on LinkedIn, whereas when you go on his business page, Steven.com, you can find a really ridiculous number of 7,000 followers. So this is also across all of his other social media platforms, that his personal brand is much bigger than his company follower base. And this is why we need, as a founders, to create our personal branding, why we need to have personal profiles, because a lot of founders, they come to me and they ask me, but Maria, I don't want to, for example, post about myself. I want to just create on LinkedIn company page and be hidden behind the company page. And I completely get it, but we are in 2026, and right now authenticity and raw content is what you want to do on socials, not only on LinkedIn but also on Instagram and others. And this is why personal brands have much bigger traffic than company pages, and we rather use company pages as buying intent, so buying signal, because if you think about it, about the customer journey, how person needs to go from the feed to your profile, to actually follow you, to connect with you, to engage with you, like what you are posting, read what you are posting, comment on what you are posting, and then get even into your DMs, and also follow your company page. Then if they actually follow your company page, then they are really, really interested in your product, and it's buying signal, like just get immediately in contact with that person. That being said, this is why you should have always your personal profile on LinkedIn, because there is the traffic flowing on your personal profile, and also your company page is taking all of the information from your personal profile, because you are administrator and you can invite people who follow you personally to your company page. That being said, what I would also do here, I mean, like everybody knows Steven, what he's doing, but in this case, I would also, like, if he wants to push Steven.com instead of actually Diary of CEO, I would provide more information what actually Steven.com is doing, because here I see the creator economy company, founder Steven.com, and even though like I can be potential client of Steven.com, I don't know how Steven.com can actually help me. So I would streamline a bit more the profile of Steven Bartlett to actually have the priority of what we are pushing, what is the main product, and how we do the whole marketing strategy here. And I would polish it also a bit with the different functions that are available on the profile. The same also in the featured, because here he's featuring a different post that probably boomed. So you can see here like over 100,000 likes, etc. And even though this is the biggest probably post that they ever did, I would put it as a first if I want to brag about like posting achievements. However, I would rather see here the links, how Steven.com can help me, some landing page, even like maybe Diary of CEO link that people can directly go to it and see this profile as the main channel to the Steven Bartlett channels. But also here we have also some clients that are pushing a lot of videos, and I understand that Steven Bartlett made the whole personal brand about his podcast, therefore he has a lot of videos. But I'm also following him on Instagram, and I know that he has really great also static images, carousels, etc. So posting just videos seems to me a bit lazy, so I would rather do like 1-2 posts as a video formats per week, and the rest I would do either carousels or, for example, static posts, because we can see here everything is just about videos, which is not really efficient. And here, for example, we can compare the outreach of the video, which might have around 2,000 likes, whereas if they did here, for example, 1 month ago, picture or carousel, it got to over 6,000. So it's a really big difference, and I would do this strategy instead. So it looks like that they also changed some social media manager in their team, because they did this correct strategy of combining the carousels and static pictures 1 month ago, but right now it's more about videos only, which is decreasing the outreach on LinkedIn for Steven Bartlett, because there's much bigger potential than there is. Also, we can see here that he's founder of many companies, including Diary of CEO. So I would really be here like what is really our priority, if it's really Steven.com or rather Diary of CEO, because even though they are here putting Steven.com as the main priority, I still don't know by reading even about section of what really Steven.com is doing, and it's creating rather noise on LinkedIn than more clarity about what he's up for right now. And he's mainly posting about Diary of CEO, so I would put then rather priority to Diary of CEO than when we are also seeing here the comparison between company page and personal profile, still it's a big difference, because here we can see 68,000 followers. I also think that they have more employees than 2 to 10, so I would also update their company pages on the LinkedIn, because this can also create more clarity, and even rather posting videos like this on the Diary of CEO company page than on Steven.com. If you can also do me a favor, if you can take a look down here below this video, if you are subscribed to my episodes, to Marie Olivie channel, so that I can keep actually working on the development of adding value into your business through these free videos. So if you can please click on subscribe if you don't see that subscribe with the D at the end, it would mean the world to me, because then I know that I should continue with providing you added value with these quick LinkedIn tips on how you can drive revenue into your company through LinkedIn and other channels. So thank you so much, and I hope that you like this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this elaboration of Steven Bartlett profile on LinkedIn. Also, if you have some other remarks, what you would change or what you would add to his profile. And also don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn, but you can also go to my Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and also X. I'm sharing also some other really interesting added value, and also hit the notification button here on YouTube. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.